Friends coming along. Welcome to the Nehemiah Entrepreneurship Community Business Lifecycle Podcast. My name is Patrice Tsague. I'm here today with Pastor Gabriel Oleko. Pastor Gabriel, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much, Patrice. Good to see you.
Good to see you, my friend. Well, first of all, we're going to talk today about our upcoming Best Practice Business Tour and Conference, where Pastor Gabriel will be there along with about 25 people from Congo. And Pastor Gabriel, it was in Orlando, Florida, where it all started with you close to 10 years ago now. We got to check how long it's been. And looking forward to another. How long ago was it? Was it 10 years ago almost?
12 years or 30.
12,
Yeah.
wow, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
And so listen, if you've not yet blocked your calendar, guys, I want you to block your calendar for this. So on coming up in May, in Orlando, there's going to be some dates there, guys. If you could put the information there for us. If you've not yet registered for the business, for the Best Practice Tour Conference, make sure that you do that today, so you can take advantage of the the early bird special. So May the 6th through the 9th, in Orlando, Florida, we have the Nehemiah Best Practice Business Tour Conference. And on May 7th, we have the tour. On May 8th, we have the conference. And May 9th, we have the Impact Brunch. Again, May 7th is a conference. May 8th is a tour. And then May 9th is the Impact Brunch. The tour, we're doing something really special this year for the tour. What we're going to do for the tour, Pastor Gabriel, you're hearing this for the first time, actually. We're going to have various government officials talk to us about what does it look like to engage the United States from an international perspective, the new administration. As you know, that there's a lot of changes happening with the Trump administration in terms of U.S. policies. So we're going to focus this year on really helping prepare people to how to engage the United States in the age of Trump. All right. So that's going to be the emphasis. From a business perspective, we're also going to allow you and your guests to share with the Chamber of Commerce, some of the other leaders. We're hoping to also get somebody there from the State Department, so we can talk about, so that they can understand from Congo, from Kenya, what are the things that they need to be mindful about as the Trump administration does all these new policies in terms of what's happening around the globe. So it'll be an opportunity, Pastor Gabriel, for you and your entrepreneurs to really learn how to engage the Trump administration in this new era in a way that's beneficial both for Congo as well as particularly for Africa. That'll be Wednesday. On Thursday, we'll have the conference. And then on Friday, we have the Impact Brunch. Your good friend, Mike Welker, will be the keynote speaker for the Impact Brunch. He'll be sharing about, really what does it look like to, in terms of the season he's being able to sell his business. Now he's part of a larger company. He'll talk about the challenge of navigating success, because he set a goal, he was able to achieve that goal. Now he's got to be able to navigate that. So if you've not yet registered, guys, make sure you go to our website right now and register for the conference and join us. Pastor Gabriel, this will be your 11th, is it, or 12th time?
I think it's 12 time.
Your 12th time.
Yeah.
It all began in Orlando 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Let's go back to that a little bit. You were a pastor in France, and I encourage you to come as our guest to check us out.
Yeah.
You didn't have a school. You were not this multinational entrepreneur. You were not this big shot that you are today. But you did lead an incredible church right by the Eiffel Tower. You were a very seasoned pastor in
Mhm.
Paris. So what was it about Nehemiah back then that led you to now commit 12 years, and has it been worth it for you?
I think I told you already about what happened to me. I think that the most important thing was the connection between me and you, and the quality of a biblical entrepreneurship's curriculum. When I learned how to teach, because all started with the desire of bringing this beautiful vision in France, because as a pastor we didn't know, and we didn't have to our disposal something very revolutionary like a biblical entrepreneurship. So when I learned what you've been teaching, I received the conviction of bringing this curriculum to France. This is how it started. And as a teacher, I come to discover that it would be better for me to be at the same time teaching, but also doing business and being an entrepreneur. Yeah, I think the connection between you and I made me what I am today, and it's allowed a lot of things to happen. Sis.
Wow. And since then, you went as a pastor. Now you still pastor two churches?
I still pastor two churches
Two
in Paris.
churches. You
Mhm.
have a very successful school in Kinshasa.
Mhm.
You've been paying back your debt, your Jikin loan. You have two investors, one from Congo and one from Mexico.
Yep,
And one of the investors' son, Adrian, will be joining you in
it's coming.
Congo, I think, in the next couple of weeks, right? This month.
Exactly. Yeah, it'll be
Wow.
coming.
Wow.
Mhm.
You've come a long way, my friend.
Yeah, God has been faithful to us, and I recognize that this is God's grace. Yeah.
Amen. Tell us a bit
Mhm.
about your business, your school, and tell us a bit about it and what's unique about this particular school than other schools in Congo.
Uh, yeah, the school is doing good. We have been operating the new campus. We opened. This is our year fourth. We are seeing a great move of God through the teaching and in the country. As you know, Kinshasa is one of the now Kinshasa is the biggest and the most populated city in Africa. In all Africa, Kinshasa is the first city in terms of population. And the school in Kinshasa is really a need, because we want to impact young generation through education. And what is unique with our school is we are operating. This school has a Christian school, and we also, because I'm a BE teacher, I introduced the lessons of biblical entrepreneurship to my student. This is a particularity, but the vision, the commitment, the facility is also really a huge contribution to the area where we are located.
Oh, awesome. Ambassador Gabriel, some Americans who are watching this may be wondering, they look at television, they see some of the instability, particularly in the east of Congo, and they're
Mhm.
wondering, is school still happening? Are business still active? Can people still travel to Congo? Could you bring clarification as to how all this is happening despite the war in the east of Congo?
Yeah, yeah. The Congo is going through a tough moment now because of this war in its parts of the country, as people know. But there is still life in Kinshasa and other cities. From the place where the war is occurring to Kinshasa, it's very far, and but we can sense a kind of tension, stress in the country. But we're just saying that only two cities are really concerned. Big cities like Goma and Bukavu are concerned by the war, but generally cities like Lubumbashi and Kinshasa and others are safe. But yes, there is a war right now in Congo, but people still traveling, of airplanes still flying. Yeah, life is still keeping on. Yeah.
It's similar to when we hear about, let's say, Portland burning or issues in New York City.
Exactly.
It
Yeah.
doesn't mean that the whole state has shut down or the whole
No,
country is shut down. It's just happening in one area of the country.
no,
Is
no.
that kind of thing?
Exactly. This is it. Yeah.
Okay. Now, I was watching a documentary about
Mhm.
Congo and its minerals.
Mhm.
And really, this entire war has to do with the fact that Congo is one of the richest countries in Africa, in the world, when it comes
And
to
the,
natural resources.
yeah.
I drive an electric vehicle. Without Congo, I would not be having an electric car. Uh, this whole electrification, this whole age of AI,
Mhm.
Congo is the energy behind AI and all these technology. Am I right?
Your phones, your TVs,
Yes.
I think everything, almost everything. Yeah, this is the reason why we are facing this war, and it's really sad. I'm not a politician, but we would love to do business with those who want those minerals to come and buy it through the legal process instead of funding rebels and those others people to make chaos in this part of the country to take for free those mineral resources that Congo is providing. Congo is really a very rich country when it comes to in terms of mineral resources that the world needs. But we still praying and working, hoping that one day those big companies will come and buy legally those mineral resources to stop the death of a lot of people who are dying and to stop because since the beginning of this war in this part of Congo, we've been I think it's almost 6 to 8 million people that have been killed since. We need to stop it and to think about those populations. Really stop it. Yeah.
What can men and women of goodwill do as people are watching this podcast and listening? They seem so powerless. It seems like it's a fight between multinationals or between countries.
Yeah.
What can individual kingdom entrepreneurs do other than pray?
Yeah, to be the voice and to condemn what is happening and to try to come and see what people are living as life right now in Africa, especially in Congo. We want peace. We want to do business as any other country without all this pressure on the country where people have been killed. Goma and Bukavu were rebels and the Rwanda government took over the power. It's really located in a very rich area of Congo. We have a big lake. We have all the resources that those companies of techs need. But we can do business instead of killing people to take all those things. There is a way for Christians and all the people who are kingdom minded are watching us. We want them to be a voice and to stop the injustice that has been happening since 30 years now.
Well, I'm talking to Pastor Gabriel Oleko. He's an entrepreneur, a certified biblical entrepreneur trainer and coach. He's the founder of Elevation College, a thriving college, high school, sorry, and junior high school in Kinshasa, Congo. And he's a Nehemiah partner since 12 years ago. He'll be joining us at the Best Practice Tour, Best Practice Conference and Tour, where we're going to be learning about the impact that these big countries are having in Congo. They'll be learning about the possibilities here in the United States, and we'll be touring different businesses and different aspects. This year, our theme for the conference, our focus is going to be around how to do business with the United States in the Trump era, as we deal with the dynamics happening with the international trade with the Trump administration. We're going to be receiving about 25 Congolese, about 10 Kenyans, all of them in Orlando, Florida. If you've not yet signed up for this conference, you want to join us. The dates would be on May 6th through the 9th in Orlando, Florida. If you want to sign up, go to our website, NehemiahEcommunity.com/events. NehemiahEcommunity.com/event. Pastor Gabriel, so I may be wondering, if Congo is so rich in territory and land in terms of natural resources, why is it so poor? What would you say?
That's a good question. I think the poverty is the lack of leadership and the lack of, when we say that Congo is rich, this is a mineral resources, but we don't have cash flow. So we need to transform those mineral resources to a product so that those products will be bringing straight money to the country. But to my point of view, the biggest weak point of many countries in Africa, especially Congo, is in terms of leadership. We are lacking right leaders, those who have a vision to develop the country. I think when we build, that's why one of my focus of having a school is, I hope that from now to 20 years to come or 30 years to come, we'll be raising up a new generation of right leaders who are going to make the difference in the country. The problem of Africa is the leadership.
Oh,
Because
wow.
African leaders serve themselves instead of serving the country. That's the biggest problem. And the
And
corruption.
when people, yeah. And when people partner with leaders like yourself,
Mhm.
they're able to help create a pipeline of leaders for the future of Congo. Is that correct?
That's right. Exactly. Yeah.
Now, Pastor Gabriel, let's talk about this conference and why people may want to participate. So, why should people come? What are things about a conference like this that would be important for both Americans and Congolese to want to be a part of joining us?
Yeah, for me, every time that Nehemiah organize a conference or an event, I prefer to be there because it's for me a kind of a school where I come to learn. There is a lot of good speakers, those who are sharing the insights in the business. For me, it's like an opening school where I come for a week, for a few days, and write and grasp good ideas to apply on the field when I'm back to my country. It's really a place to be, because also not only we are learning from those who are speaking, but we also have the platform of connecting to each other. For me, it's a huge opportunity of learning.
Oh, that is awesome. And then also our friends from Mexico will be there as well,
Oh
right?
yeah.
I forget about that. So yeah, so it's about connecting, it's about learning, it's about growing. And
Mhm.
so what are some of the businesses that will come from Congo? Somebody's watching and listening and say, hey, I want to meet some of these Congolese. Who can they expect to meet? Who are you going to have with you?
Okay. From Congo, I'll be bringing with me some guys who are working on the mining. If you want to do, if you want to buy, I don't know the word in English. Cobalt is
Oh, wow. Yo, that's
yeah.
an expensive that's an expensive natural resource. I
Those
love
are
it.
working. Those are working on mining, and some are working on taxis. We have also people from transportations. There is a lot of different kind of businesses coming to see what is happening in uh, in uh, in US, especially those who are coming from Lubumbashi. Lubumbashi, who is the big city where we have it's a economic city region of the country. So many of them are coming from Lubumbashi. So there will be opportunity for you, Patrice, you want to invest in mining, you'll be connected to those people, and to double or triple your investment. So get ready
I
to be
love it.
those guys.
And
Yeah,
of course, you'll be also others in education. You'll be there, and
I'll be there for
you've
sure.
been able to show how one can get a return.
Exactly.
Private education is a major industry in Africa because
Exactly.
there's not good public education system. Am I right?
No, there is no good public education, and the private sector is really the only who is really providing quality and excellency in terms of education in the country. So,
And
and we have
also, you also meet with pastors who are running incredible churches.
yeah
If you want to partner with church leaders like yourself and other church leaders for the purpose of ministry, you've been able to do a lot of work with George Cope as an example. And so
yeah
if there are people who want to have ministry partnership in the Congos with credible leaders, that's
they
also
are
another
coming.
opportunity.
And this year we are working on the arrival of Bishop Anthony Moore, who is coming also.
Oh, that is awesome.
So last time we gathered more than 2,000 pastors when George Cope came, and this
Wow.
year will be with the key person of touching those pastors will be under Pastor Anthony Moore. This is what Nehemiah can produce as a connection. This is it's good to be part of Nehemiah family.
I love it. I love it. Listen, if you've not yet signed up, join us. Join Pastor Gabriel and I on May the 6th through the 9th in Orlando, Florida at the 2025 Best Practice Conference and Tour. You know, Pastor Gabriel, next year we're going to be in Malaysia. And I know that
Oh,
your people like America, but I want to encourage you not to sleep in Malaysia. I want to see you and your people in Malaysia next year. You will not want to regret it.
okay, we'll be there.
Yeah. So, but this year's in Orlando.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up, Gabriel, I do have one more question for you. So, as we're talking about, let's talk about the impact that your own business has done so far in Congo as a biblical entrepreneur. So, talk to us about what kind of impact have you seen with the school you've built in terms of job creation and also and impact in the family lives.
Yeah. In terms of job creation, this we've been we are employing more than 45 people in the
Mhm.
school. It's not too big, but it's a provision of giving jobs to those people who don't have a hope in Africa. So for me, it's really a good thing. We're providing job. We have 45 employees, and in terms of impact in the neighborhood, our school is really known in the city, and many people who are bringing their kids to our school, they are seeing the difference, the quality, the Christian-centered vision, and all those aspects are really the add values to what we're doing in the city. We thank God for that, and we having every day the testimony. Many leaders of the city, pastors, and those who have some influence in the city are bringing the kids to our school because they are seeing that what we're doing is really making the difference for the kids.
That is incredibly awesome. I mean, 40 jobs. How many families, by the way, enrolled in the school? How many kids?
Our kids, we this year we have almost 300. It's a
Wow,
two
300 kids. And that's a total about at least 200 families, right? In terms of
yeah,
families,
at
at
least
least 200, because you
250
may
to
have
yeah.
about 250 families, 40 jobs. That is incredible. Your dad even works for you. Am I right?
Yeah, he's working for me. Yeah,
Wow,
he's
that
getting
is
old, but he's
incredible.
still working.
Your parents must be proud, Pastor Gabriel.
Really? Okay. Yeah, I think they are.
Oh my goodness, that's incredible. So how do you balance? How do you manage between running a church, two churches, and running a business? How do you balance all that?
It's not easy. I have good people in my church who are supporting that vision. They're so kind to me. I know it may be it might be frustrating, but what I do is I avoid to spend too many days in Africa. When I travel, I manage. I do all my best to be out of the city for a Sunday, in maximum 2 Sundays. But I know it's tough. For now, I need to do that, and in the years to come, someone else will be doing that. But for now, I need to do that to sustain the system. You know, Africa. When you are not there, things may be in the real
I,
trouble. So yeah,
I understand.
and
I understand.
I need God. I need His favor upon my life to be able to do this. A lot of travels, I know.
Well, now that I'm running Nehemiah and SOS, I understand the pressure that you're under, right? Running multiple organizations is not easy. Like right now, I'm in
That
the
is
SOS office
it.
having
That's
this
why
podcast.
my bird is gray now. You see.
Wow, Pastor Gabriel, don't you leave yet because I do have one more thing for you to share with the people to advise them. Listen, I
Yeah.
hope you enjoyed this podcast. If you've enjoyed it, I want you to share it. Share it with your friends. Share it on your social media podcast. Share it wherever you can because friends share with friends that which they love and enjoy. All right, share it. Also, if you want to learn more about the Nehemiah entrepreneurship community, visit our website at nehemiahecommunity.com, nehemiahecommunity.com. There you can learn about our coaching program where you can come alongside a coach come alongside you in a group coaching setting or one-on-one. You can learn about our training program, biblical entrepreneurship, serve with love, purpose and profitability, identity and destiny, nothing but job well, passive income continuum, whatever that might be to help you grow your business, move from one stage to the next. You can also there learn about our access to capital, where if you desire to raise capital, we have an investors network. That's how Pastor Gabriel raised the capital for his business, where you can connect with investors who are able to help you capital. Of course, there's a qualification process for that. In order for you have to be trained, you have to be coached, and you have to be an active part of the community for at least 1 year. Also, if you want to join our community, we'll soon be a 5,000 members strong. If you want to join the community where you can engage with other entrepreneurs from around the world, from Asia, from Africa, from Latin America, from Europe, from North America, where you can together grow a business that honors the Lord Jesus Christ. You also can learn about that community on our website, how to become a part and join. Listen, membership does have its privileges. And again, join us in Orlando on May the 6th through the 9th for our 2025 Best Practice Conference and Tour. You will not want to miss it. You're going to meet some folks from Congo, from Mexico, from Kenya, of course, from throughout the United States of America. Pastor Gabriel, before we leave, so there are people watching and listening, and they're saying, wow, Pastor Gabriel, my business or ministry is I'm still trying to figure it out. There's still uncertainty. I'm not sure how you do it, balance all that you do. What encouragement or what advice would you give an entrepreneur right now who may be facing some challenges? The year has not yet picked up yet, and they're still believing God for growth and for success. What advice would you give them as they consider the will of God for their business and their lives?
Yeah, I think the advice that I would give to someone who was expecting something from the Lord is to just be obedient, to obey to the voice of God, and to work hard and to be patient. I think those are three things will help a lot to see the difference on the ground, because even we are sure that we are called, but the difference will be made by the patience of working and working and working and being. I think having a coach. I know you helped me a lot so in my life. So having someone who is there for you, to whom you can with whom you can share your troubles, your difficulties. I remember when we faced with you the first probably the first campus. With that, your vision and your coaching, I'm not sure I will be here today and speaking to you like I'm doing right now. I think the presence of a coach in the life is really a good thing, but in the ground we need to keep working and praying and believing what God said. One day the window will be open.
Amen. I like that. Pray, be in community, believe God, obey God, and have a coach. Friends, Pastor Gabriel, thanks for being here with us. Looking forward to seeing you, man, in May in Orlando. And
I'll be there.
save a
ticket.
big hug for me.
Yeah.
Bring your folks. Let's talk about some of that mines, Let's talk about some of that mine.
Congo's coming.
Amen. And let's believe God. Listen, if you enjoyed our podcast, again, share it. If you want to know about Pastor Gabriel himself, if you visit him, he's on Facebook. He's on LinkedIn. He's on Instagram. You can go check him out. They just put Pastor Gabriel, and then you'll be able to get in touch with them, whether it's in France, whether it's in Congo. You can connect with him and learn more about his work and how you can partner along with him to make an impact in Congo and in the world. And you will see him in Orlando at the Best Practice Tour and Tour Conference. Listen, let me pray for you guys. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord enable you to steward those talents that are under your care, and steward them in such a way that one day you will hear those wonderful words, "Well done, good and faithful servant. You've been faithful over a few things." Guess what? He'll now make you rule over much. God bless you. Thanks for watching and listening. See you in Orlando.
Thank you so much.